Fighter 6. Comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Ring the bell.
Don't expect me to be
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. The drive parry was successful. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Trips him up. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Bops him with a target. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could KO. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Goes for the jump in to start the round. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Combo with the target combo. Hits them with a 1-2-3. They continue to... Player 2 drive rush to keep it going. Jumps in. Burnout. Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 is dominating this match. Perfect KO. They were in full control there.
Bizarre que j'ai pas réussi à
When you're
mettre lui.
locked in, you're locked in. That was a decisive win. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Nails the anti-air. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. The impact gets blocked. Nothing but air for the impact. All right. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Throws them to negate the block. Takes a trip. Life lead opens up. Goes for a driver. They're looking to keep on the offensive for as long as possible. Super clutch corner switch. Closing moments of the match. What in there? Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the null. Now, how are they going to use it? Jumps up. Dashes forward. Champion put that away. Knockout and player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. What'll happen? Springs forward with the drive rush. Took him to the corner and a flash. This is gonna hurt. Gives the ring cage some TLC. Drive rush. Player 2 can't use any drive move. Gotta play it safe. Cashes out the cage right there. This is gonna kill. No doubt about it. That's it. Flatline zone. Player 1 was an absolute beast in that match.
Comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to lay it all on the line.
Mille.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Stands firm and blocks the drive impact. Both fighters have plenty of health. Where is this match gonna go? Goes for the fireball. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. Goes for the low kick. The low is denied. Down to the wire. Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out.
Merde.
Now the fun begins. Combo with the target combo. The low heavy hits. Neither of them willing to back off here. The jump in is denied. Knockdown. Blocks the low heavy. Throws them to negate the block. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack in a dire situation.
Merde.
And the throw ends.
Putain.
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Gotta be careful, hit them with a stop and pop. Level 3 super. Spending that beater like it's nobody's business. They're thinking of scoring big off this gauge use. Player 2 is working with a better gauge. What can they do with it? Going in? Player 2 will look to apply pressure here. A quick breather. Knockdown! Here comes the mix-up. Player 2 will need to get the tips with the low heavy. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jumps in. Here hits them with a stop and pop. Both fighters are raring to go. Good decision.
Putain.
Okay, here we go. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? We're all with a no throw. Here comes a tries to act quickly, but with the attack. What now? Shakes things up, taps him on the dome. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Pressure is building now. The Psycho Cannon is out. What'll be the block? Kisses the fireball. Player 2 comes out on top of that fierce battle. Talk about a show. That match had it all. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run. Solid anti-air. From low heavy to grabs them. They hit each other. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player 1 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. This is a real back and forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Player 1 needs to deal with this burnout. Okay, creating some space here. Both fighters decide to reset the pace and assess the situation. Recovers from burnout. Throws them to negate the block. Somehow pushes back all the way to center stage. All right, what's coming up next? Life lead opens up. Closes out the round with a fireball. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Flies in with a Cobra punch. The punish counter gives them a great opening here to do big damage. Going in, goes with the safe stuff with that target. Player 2 needs to use the front of the corner, brushes that off and keeps going. Grabs and throws them away. Player 2 is dominating this match. Knocks them out of the air. Reads the throw and escapes. Clutch anti-air. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Jump, tries to act quickly, but with the attack. And they create an huge chance after that wall splash. Gets the critical on it. Even when the chips are down, they're still looking for a play to take this fight. Now they gotta think of a follow-up. Look at impact counter!
Oh, boy.
Player 1 can't let this sit. They gotta start cooking. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it. Closes it out. That's how it's done. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Who will come out on top in this final round? Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. That feels feeling out phase is over. Time to get down to business. Ooh, what a smart throw! Both sides getting ready. Both fighters need to get some meter. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Oh, here we go. Anticipated that throw. The low. Player one dropped that off. Player one forward throw, laying the pressure on things. A real test of time to make them famous. Turns out. Gives the ribcage from TLC. Grab them. Player two can't use any drive moves. Gotta play it safe. Answers with a fireball.
Oh putain, enfoiré.
Is gonna be watching replays for this one for a while.
Putain.
Really took it down to the wire.
Putain, comment ça se fait, j'ai perdu ça.
Here comes a new challenger.
This is gonna be a 5-star match. Get ready for history to be made.
Round one. Fight.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do?
Get ready.
Decides to go in with the target combo. Lots of aggression from both sides. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Throws them to negate the block. I wonder how both fighters will adapt to what we've seen so far. Tries to keep the pressure on the opponent by zoning with fire. Solid combo. Life lead is opening up, but that could still be overcome with smart drive use. Big, low, reaching heavy. Oh, he's in there! Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Peppers them with a psycho blitz. Doesn't miss a beat. What'll happen with nice counter? Their spacing is so on point right now, but who's gonna blink first? Buckled in? The life remaining tells us we're halfway through this match. Breaks those shins. Crosses the cranium with a terrifying OB level. Okay, draw critical. What's gonna happen?
Putain, enfoiré.
Kill, no doubt about it. What a finish! Player two was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rebound. Big, low, reaching heavy. Okay, we're in the early stages of the round.
Merde.
Escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Plenty of space between the fighters. What will be their approach? Knockdown. Sticks the jump in. Holds out with the block. Throws him. What's next? In a dire gets him. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Was looking for that jump attack. Low heavy hits. Makes smart play to stop the opponent there. Risky up-close scrap still going. Player two has a slight life lead that they may sit on. Breaks those shins. Goes for the jumping. Blocks the low heavy and hits them with a 1-2-3. Uses the target combo as a filler. Not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Knockdown! Here comes the mix-up. Checks with a medium kick. This is gonna hurt. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. Excellent block. Big impact. Squat. What? Anti-air. That's your day. Player contracts it up with a throw.
Putain.
Ooh, I dare you to find me a better match than that. Get
Quand ça se fait que mon niveau il baisse pas là. Quand je gagne, ça grimpe une vitesse grand V, et quand je perds, ça baisse pas. Bizarre.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Gotta do this. Come on.
Hope you're not a sore loser. Round one.
Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Puts one in the pocket. The low is denied. Low heavy. Grabs him. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. All right, what's coming up next? Heading into the end game now. It gets... Player one picks up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Had the radar up and running. Throws them. What's next? Gets the knockdown, and now... Low heavy hit. Mix up incoming. Player two has the right wing. Can they use it? Big throws. Player one is barely hanging in there, but can still mount a comeback using their drive. Big opportunity now in there.
Putain, enfoiré.
Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Immediate jump in. Final round. Who will the fighting game gods favor here? Player one got smothered. But what now? What'll happen here? Blocks that off. Plenty of health. Full gauges. Let's throw the counterattack. Player one is looking at a grim situation when he connects with the throw. What's next? Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Fades out the low kick. What now? Knocks them out of the air. Player two and whiffs. They're wide open. Noticeable life lead is a comeback. There's a burnout. Hey! Dangerous range here. Are they going to be able to come try to act quickly but whip the attack? Player two can't use any drive moves. Got him. They are done. Player two was definitely sweaty during that well-earned win.
Round one.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Manic, low, heavy, but no go. Breaks those shins. Gets the knockdown, and now the low, heavy hits. Lots of aggression from both sides. Takes a trip. Squeezes the gauge. The drink level's at 4. All inhibitions are out the window. Shoots off a fireball up close. Life lead opens up. Taking stock. Jumps in. Barely blocks the jump in. Knockdown and... the impact doesn't do anything. A thunderous drive, in fact, to close the round. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. No knockdown as the low heavy is blocked. Nails the overdrive arrow.
Merde.
Jump. The throw hits them with a stopping block. Player one can't use any driving, experiencing burnout. Still slugging it out at this range. Player one has an empty drive gauge. This is a drive rush to keep it going. Full SA meters on deck for both sides. This could be over soon. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Long-range fireball to break the silence. Drink level 4 and now a full corrects them. They get the stun. This is a huge opportunity to end the round quickly. It's time to question whether this super art is going to kill her. There it is! They knew it'd be enough. Player two brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are pumping themselves up and are raring to go.
Bizarre que je joue pas comme la dernière fois là. Quand ça se fait.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Denies the attack and opts for the throw. Uncomfortable space here. Can they clip each other on the edge? Player 2 has not been shy about using their drive gauge. Who's it gonna be? All right. Throws them to negate the block. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Knockdown. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Fireball from very long range. What's next? The perfect read to get the finish with the low attack. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Hits them with a stopping bomb. Hammers them with a psycho blitz. Player 1 had an impressive round while managing their drive game. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. They are absolutely wailing on each other in the middle of the stage. Player 2 has a slight life lead. Goes for the jump in. Grabs and throws them. Oh, burnout triggered. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. You've got to be mindful of reach and jump-ins at this range. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages to bend the meter, hoping for a good return. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. Wheel rip-off. Counting on the super. The drive impact doesn't work. Hadouken! Doing some quick planning? They're recovering! Hadouken! They're taking a step back to slow down the pace. Hadouken! So, what's next? They need to rely on their instincts here. They're using a fireball to force a reaction. These fighters are swinging for control of the match. Who's gonna take past them?
Merde.
Both sides get just what they were after.
Putain.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Anti-air in the clutch. Connects with the throw. Player 2 can build off this lead. The low kick hits. Nothing stops this.
Merde.
Super hard to show them what a PhD in fire can do for you. Uh-oh. This would really tip the scale. Good presence of mind to pull the trigger. Gotta do better than that. Clutch, anti-air. Drop them hard. Puts a bit of stank on that with an overthrow. Kisses the fireball. Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps in. Grabs and throws them away. From up above. Grabs them.
Pas l'habitude.
Deftly shuts out the jump. Knockdown. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Limited resources at hand right now. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? Big low reach takes a big gamble and rips out a raw super.
Merde!
Alright, what's coming up next? Player 2 can't afford mistakes without that drive gauge. Sneaks in the throw. Player 2.
Putain, c'est pas possible ça. Quand ça fait, je perds là.
Immediate jump in. The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Got their eye on the air. Throws them to negate the block. Still very early in the round. Taking stock. Hits them with a stop.
Merde, je m'en doutais, il allait faire ça.
Can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Smart play with the throw. Sneaks in above. Still slugging it out at this range. Sure you can? Both fighters planning something? Jump drops them from the air. Connects with the throw. Knockdown and the low. Throws that off.
Merde! J'ai raté! Putain!
Didn't hesitate going for the kill with that super. Put them on a t-shirt with that finish. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Putain. Putain, ça baisse pas hein, mon niveau. Hein. Ah ouais. Putain, j'ai perdu au moins 10 fois, ça a pas baissé. Hein.
Here comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Gotta do this.
Round one.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Checks with the projectile. Absorbs the attack and fires back. No good up high. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Gets backed into the corner with pressure building. There's a corner swing. Takes a trip. Neither of them willing to back off here. Life lead opens up. Goes for the low-risk air-to-air. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Goes for the jump in to start the round. From low heavy to... Not close enough for the throw. Player 2 is the nice counter. Knockdown and... Brushes that off and keeps going. Blocks the low kick. Looking for a hold. One chance here may end this match. Jumps. Low heavy. Closes it out. Player 1 brings it home. Let's
Putain,
see if
quand
they can
même.
build themselves a
Il était
streak.
temps.
Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Gets them with the anti-air. Big low reaching heavy. Still slugging it out here. Uses this opportunity to really lay into the opponent with a damaging combo. What are they thinking here? Nails the anti-air. Gets the knockdown, and now... Strings it all together with a super up connect. Starting something with the super. Creates an opening with a low heavy. Closing moments of the match. One hit's gonna do it. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? The counterattack connects. Great sense to take advantage of even the smallest opening. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Jumps up.
Putain.
Jumps. A quick breather. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Looking for a chance. Both of our combatants are cooking up something. Throws a fireball. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. Do they have enough drive gauge? Low heavy. Throw leaves them wide open. Doing some quick planning? Finds the target. What's this Kikuhado gonna do? Amazing. Slams on the front, gets the counter hit and the win. Player 2 gets the win in a convincing fashion. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that runway. Throws a fireball. Blocks the low heavy. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? The battle of egos on display here as neither fighter wants to give up any ground. Ooh, will they hit? Whip,
Yeah.
or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Knockdown. Player 1 is almost dead, but some clutch drive moves and a few prayers could turn this around and get some. Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Got their eye on the air. Shoots off a fireball up close. Shows a medium kick. What'll happen here? Player 2 has the life lead. Can they use it? Knockdown and experiencing burnout.
Merde.
Player 2 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. They're backed up into the corner. Brushes that off and keeps going. Player 1 holding on to that corner advantage. Connects with the throw. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Hey, il baisse pas mon niveau, hein. Ah ouais.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Gotta do this. Come on.
Round one.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Goes in on the impact for nothing. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Player 2 is going to have a hard time managing their drive. How much damage can they deal before the opponent's drive gauge replenishes? Life lead opens up. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us jump snipes them out the air. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Sees it coming and blocks it out. The jump in is denied. Hits them with a 1-2-3. Holds out with the block. You've got to be mindful of reach and jumping. Peppers them with a psycho flip. Springs forward with the driver. Just goes for it at this range. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fireball. Controls the distance with a smart kill rush back. They were expecting that driving clap. Blocks the impact. Ooh, what's this? What's gonna happen? This is gonna be bad news. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 2 played with a lot of heart to pull off a tremendous win. Definitely one to watch. Will we see our fighters feel each other out or just let it fly in this opening round? Blocks the low heavy. The low heavy hits. Any developments early in the round will set the table for the rest of the fight. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Trips them up. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. Lots of aggression from both sides. The low is denied. Takes the chance to hurt him. Can't tech the throw. Grabs him. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Throws him to negate the block. Takes a trip. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout. Lets off a projectile to waste time. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Can they convert this punish counter opportunity into something? Solid combo. Big low reaching heavy. OG psycho uppercut puts them on the ropes. Finishes with the throw.
Ça bug, hein.
Picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Indeed hits them with a stop and drop. Peppers them with a psycho flip. Bends it on the super. Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Burnout! Expect the tempo of the match to change. Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. What'll happen here? There's the impact.
Putain, j'ai pas réussi.
Watching each other carefully. Who will make the first move? Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 2 will look to if blocking that drive attack isn't going to work. Player 2 will need to play it conservative until their truck baits out the attack and gets the punish count. That almost finishes it.
Je crois qu'avec l'arcade, je laisse tomber. Hein.
Let's see if they can build them.
C'était l'arcade, je préfère jouer à la manette quand même.
Here comes a new challenger.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of.
Come on.
Time to play.
Round one. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Saw that low heavy coming. Definitely shuts out the jump in. There's a punish count. This can lead to something very big if they can capitalize. All right. Neither of them willing to back off here. Absorbs the attack and fires back.
Attends.
Sticks the combo. Their life is looking crit KO. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage.
Round two. Fight.
Did well to get the buff in there. Throws.
Je dois la manette
What's
pour voir.
next? Hits with the overhead. Player 2 creates a good corner opportunity. Oh, shots to pry them open. Player 1 uses the gauge for a super perfect KO. They were in full control there.
Enjoy the trip.
Player 2 took no time to finish that fight. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Nails the anti-air. Gets the jump in. Puts one in the pocket. Player 2 chases them down. There's a corner sweep.
Merde!
Did well to get the buff in there. Ends the round with a punish counter. Living in the opponent's head rent-free right now.
Putain, j'ai perdu l'habitude de jouer avec la manette.
First with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? They can't squander this punish counter chance. Jumps in. Big throws. Knockout and fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent into making a mistake. What'll happen here? Burnout activates. Player 1 will look to the side switch. Grabs them from above. What's next? Both absolutely refusing to give up ground. Solid anti-air. A real tip anti-air in the cut. Gets the tips with the low heavy. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants. This can lead to some big damage. They're back into the corner now. Wow, sat and waited for this opening. Punish counter on reaction.
Putain!
More fuel to the fire. Cook them up. Jury's going to a dark place. Kaisen Daikai Raku. Super. The drive impact doesn't work. Solid anti-air. Close range projectile. Down on life. They gotta make a move. Knock them out of the air. All the throw connects. Both blocks the low kick. Player 1 tries to act quickly but whiffs the attack. Flatline zone.
Voilà, il faut que je reprends la main avec la manette.
A new challenger.
Que je reprends la main avec la manette.
Our fighters are ready to get down to it, so let's start the match and see what these warriors are capable of. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Getting a punish counter like that is how you want to start a round. Utilizes an overdrive art there to tack on just a little more damage. The super armor does its job. What's their game plan here at this critical stage? The throw hits, now the fun begins. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Taking stock. A little too greedy there. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Jumps up, and the throw ends the round.
Il faut que je reprends la main avec la manette.
That'll give them a psychological advantage. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Big, low, reaching heavy. Anticipated that counter and blocks. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. Smart play with the throw. Both fighters are trying not to get trapped in the corner. Who's gonna take it? Player 1 will look to see him coming and goes for the force anti. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Knockdown and not much life left, but their drive usage may save them. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Looking for a chance, goes for the fireball, which is very strong. What a parry! Are we gonna see a comeback here? Back to the not going anywhere. Goes to the air. Jump hunts nothing but air. Drives it back, misses. Taps him on the dome. Target locked in. You need guts to pull that off. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Very smart. Ooh, what a smart throw. Hits him with a stopping block. Screw pile driver. There's no escape. Oh, here we go. Player 2 needs to wait this out. Ooh, you never know what can happen here. Player 2 has got to work some magic with his limited drop. Oh, yo, Rock, super hit.
Putain, t'as bugué. Putain, c'est quoi ce bug là? Putain.
This might be a pivotal super art. Who will set the bait at this range? Pumps the brakes on the impact. Ooh, the ground impact hits for a punish. Reach out and come back. Combo finish.
Putain, c'est quoi ce bug là? Putain, il a bugué.
Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. They put on a real clinic for him.
Ah ouais.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Target locked and scoop. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Still very early in the round. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner.
Merde. Je m'en doutais, il allait faire ça.
In exchange for some meters. Gets the knockdown, and now reads them. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. This is the range where things get messy. Can they utilize their reach or bait each other out? With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. A little too greedy there. Goes for the jump in. They wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 1 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? Opens with a jump in? Oh, says no to the impact. Player 1 did a great job of reading their opponent up close that last round. Can they keep the momentum? Grabs and throws them away. Super arts on deck for both fighters. Hits them with a stop and bop. From low heavy to a super art. Player 1, big clothesline to knock him down. Ooh, yeah, kick in the gut. Hitting him up with a storm buster. Now, can they finish the job? What's next?
Merde.
Can they close this round? Will this super art do anything? Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Our fighters are at a standstill. What's the play here? Shows off a parry. Hug nothing but it flatline them. Player 1 is a force to be reckoned with. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Shoots off a fireball up close. Low heavy hits, mix up incoming. Almost had it, but it gets blocked. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. All right, the cross-up's good. Opts for the throw. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Projectile to try and change the situation. The pace is slowed considerably. Who will make the first move? Stands firm and blocks the drive. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. The fighters are matching each other move for move going into the midway point of the match. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Parries the projectile. Now what's the follow-up? Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Long low attack hits. A parry? That drive impact doesn't get through. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Looking to the big play does it. Player 2 hits up the always important first round. They'll want to keep the ball rolling. Throws them. What's next? Jack just brushes that off and keeps going. Player 2 had an impressive round while managing their drive game. They'll want to carry that momentum into the next round. Target locked and scoop. Both fighters having a full super art gauge means positioning is critical here. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. A quick breather. Jumps up. Blocks the impact. Players, they're going for the super art. Level 3 super. Spending that meter like it's nobody's business. We have super arts on deck. Bristol gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whiff punishes. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Il faut que je reprends la main avec la manette. Putain, c'était arcade de merde là, je perds du trop là. Trop perdu avec le stick arcade.
Here comes a new challenger.
And they've gone for the same character. Neither side's gonna want to lose this one.
Come on. Round 1. Fight.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Checking how their opponent reacts to fireballs. Not much damage dealt so far, but they may be looking for an opening to run with. Starts with a jump in. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. What are they thinking here? Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Order makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Knockdown. Not so bad. Strings it all together. He sees it coming and blocks it out. Holds out with a block. All right, what's coming up next? Both fighters are burnout. Expect the tempo of the match.
Ah putain.
What'll happen here? Player 2 can't afford to see finishes with the throw. Player 1 hits up the always important
Il a
first
loupé une
round.
grosse
They'll
occasion.
want to keep the ball rolling. Starting off with fireballs right from the get-go. Fireball from very long range. What's next here? Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Still very early in the round. Scrapping it out up close. Player 1 needs to use the threat of the corner beat. Knockdown and super. There's a wall slap. They can't do anything now. What'll happen here? KO. Player 1 proved to be the victor in that mirror match. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Shoots off a fireball up close. Perfect air-to-air. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. The low heavy hits. Player 1 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Takes a trip. Sees it coming and blocks it out. They're barely hanging in there. Can they hold out any longer? Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. The low heavy for the win. Player 1 picks up the always important first round.
Commence à reprendre la main avec la manette.
Turns the drive gauge. Who's going to start things off? Jump. Goes for the jump in. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. A quick breather. Gets the combo. Player 1 will look to apply pressure here. Oh, burnout triggered. What now? Both of KO. Player 1 comes away with the win.
Moi, je suis plus fort avec la manette, hein. Ça. Regarde, je vais atteindre le platinium, mon gars, avec la manette. Je vais atteindre le platinium.
Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see.
Portugal.
The fight's now underway. This is Vicious with the play-by-play. Are they trying to slow down the pace with a projectile?
Ah, c'est l'adversaire de tout à l'heure ou quoi là?
Where is this match going to go?
J'ai ma revanche.
What's the play here? Plenty of time left. How's the match going to play out? Very nice anti-air there. They read their opponent like a book. Knockdown. Good anti-air. Now they get pushed into the corner, where it's going to be very difficult to escape. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. Timely side switch there, which will let him go on the attack. KO! Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Checks him with the projectile. Did well to get the buff in there. Grabs him. Who will gain control of the match in the early going. Knockdown. Early round decisions are so important to set the tone. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. The low heavy's blocked. Smart play with the throw. Knockdown and they both have full drive gauges to work with. Nice counter. Both fighters planning something? Checks with a medium kick. Not much life difference. Shows the medium kick. Breaks the block with a throw. Springs forward with the drive rush. Drink level max out. This drive rush to keep it going. Looking for a chance. Knocked him out of the air. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Barely connects with the throw. Time to go for throw. Yo, cut that boy off. He's had too much. Pumps the brakes on the impact.
Merde. Putain.
Player 2 brings it home.
Je m'en doutais, il allait m'avoir.
Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Low kicks are a no-go.
Putain.
Saw that low heavy coming. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. On dangerous turf. Easy to get tagged at this range. Hits with the overhead. Forward throw, not letting them out of the corner. Player 2 is maintaining the corner position for some juicy damage. A little too greedy there. Heading into the end game, intercepts. Slick anti-air finish. Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. That attack landed for a counter hit. They'll have to decide how to follow up. Blocks it. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Good job escaping that dangerous corner situation. Throws a projectile to zone the opponent. Drive gauge management here is going to be vital. Connects with medium kick.
Putain, j'ai raté ça là.
Springs forward with the drive rush. Anti-air drive.
Merde.
Shows the medium kick. Jumps in. Breaks the block with a throw. Nails the overdrive arrow kick. Knockdown and... Player 2 needs to use the threat of the...
Merde.
Life lead is there, but... And whip! KO!
Putain.
Player 2...
Putain, il est relou le gars là.
Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Putain, c'est bizarre, j'ai du mal avec Jimmy là.
Here comes a new challenger.
We're about to see a mirror match go down, where they can match each other move for move. This is the hardest kind of match. Who will come out on top? Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Uses the target combo to take a chunk of damage off the opponent. Starts with a jump in. Both sides looking for an opening. That overhead was a bit obvious. Blocks the jump in. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Will they incorporate that full drive gauge they have into their game plan? The low heavy hits. Throw whips. The broken hits for counter hit damage. Player 1 creates a good corner opportunity. Takes a trip. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be.
Merde. Oh. Qu'est-ce qu'il a fait là?
Experiencing burnout. Heading into the what a finish.
Merde, pourquoi il a sauté?
Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Shoots off a fireball up close. Throws them to negate the block. G-right kick for a mix-up. Anti-air drops him. Both fighters planning something? No knockdown of the low heavy is blocked. Player 1 will need to play it conservative until their drive refreshes. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball. There's a wall slap. They can't do anything now. Knockdown and... This is gonna hurt.
Merde. Putain, qu'est-ce qu'il a fait là? Putain, qu'est-ce qu'il a fait là? Putain, je voulais pas faire ça. Enfoiré.
How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow-up here? Projectile to try and change the situation. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed.
Merde.
Tries to throw but doesn't connect. Ooh, will they hit, whiff, or even charge in? Tricky territory here. Blocks the jump in. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. Both fighters have no meter. Who's going to make the first move? Good anti-air. Takes them all the way to the corner.
Ah, putain!
Down. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. Checks them with the projectile. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. The low doesn't connect. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Player 2 is almost dead, but some clutch KO. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Big, low, reaching heavy. Player blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Jump.
Putain.
Barely blocks the jump in. Oh, burnout triggered. A quick breather. Manages to block the jump in attack. Still slugging it out at this range. Crashes out the cage right there. Super clutch corner switch. Reads the throw and escapes. Long range fireball to break the silence. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Overhead attack. Player 1 is in a very good spot now. The drive impact doesn't work. Medium kick into. The low's blocked. They gotta dig down deep. Both of them back off. They may be preparing for the final exchange. They're in range. We gonna see a jump in? A dash? Low heavy, but no go. Lots of distance here. Who's baiting who? A jump? Barely blocks the jump in. Gets into perfect. Were they looking to connect with an overdrive arc from this situation? Player 1 can't use any drive to it. Excellent block. Flatline.
Merde, putain.
We're
Ah, j'ai
going
gagné.
into the final round tied up.
Ah, j'ai pas fait
Which fighter
exprès.
has it in them to grind out the win? Opens with the fireball. Who will come out on top in this fight? Finds the target. Using the target combo as a filler. Jump! How did they read that throw? Player 1 with a lead. Will they go for offense or defense? Fireball pressure, trying to wear down the opponent. Attempts to break the stride.
Enfoiré. Oh, il savait.
No way. No signs of letting up from out of the corner. Sets up with the jump in.
Il savait que j'allais faire ça.
Oh. Can they use their drive to stage a comeback? The low kick hit. Noticeable life lead. Is a comeback still possible? Adds a bit of OD speed.
Oh, il savait que j'allais faire ça, putain.
Player 1 survived that tense mirror match.
Putain. Ah, c'est pas tout à fait ça avec la manette, hein, putain.
Here comes a new challenger.
They're all fired up. We're almost underway.
Got it. Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Starts with a jump in. They're still in the early going, and it's really anyone's fight. Trips them up. Lots of aggression from both sides. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Player 2 in that dangerous burnout state. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Both of them have entered burnout state, which will drastically change their approach to the fight. Sure you can? Alright, what's coming up next? Was looking for that jump attack. Scrapping it out up close. Player closes with the throw. Hitting him with the smart stuff. Player 2 with a good start to the fight, but can they keep it up? This round is so important. You can feel the intensity in the air. OD cycle uppercut puts them on the rope. Spends the gauge on the drive rush. Experiencing burnout. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout. Barely blocks the jump in. What'll happen here? The impact doesn't do it. Just goes for it at this range.
Putain.
Spends all that gauge for a one-way trip to the chamber. And it's looking to deal some cycle damage here. Both fighters planning something? They must have a game plan here with a trip closes with the throw. Hitting them with the smart stuff. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak. How is this rematch going to play out? Are we going to witness a blow up here? Goes with the projectile for their opening shot. Snares them. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Well, they managed to escape the corner, but they can't let their guard down. Still slugging it out here. The jump-in is denied. Player 2 has used up all of their drive gauge. The jump-in catches them. Player 2 needs to deal with this burnout.
Merde.
Good job blocking the jump-in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Knockdown. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. Checks them with the projectile. Time's the only thing moving here. Had the radar up and running. In a dire situation, they can't afford any mistakes. Hanging on for dear life. Impact's a no-go. Sees it coming and blocks it out. Picks up the win with the projectile. Good read. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Sticks the jump in. Grabs them. Who will gain control of the match in the early going? So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Takes the Psycho Cannons activated. Let's see what they do now. Player 1 can build off this lead, brushes that off, and keeps going. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Opts to continue the attack with the drive. A quick breather. Player 2 holding on to that corner advantage. Knockdown and gotta be careful not to whip pumps the brakes on the impact. Jump. Connects with medium kick. Slices up super art. Doing some quick planning. All in with a rush. Looking for a chance. Reads the jump in perfectly. Barely blocks the jump in. Jump. Turns out. Player 2.
Merde. Putain.
We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Close range projectile. Confirm on the impact. Not a counter, but they'll take it. Both fighters are raring to go. Their spacing is so on point right now. But who's gonna blink first? Psycho Flicker finds the most. Okay, here we go. Knocked them out of the air. Shows off a parry. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? This could lead to some big damage. I assume the pleasantries are just about over. As the Wow reads the counterattack. Connects with the throw. The pressure building now that Psycho Cannon is out. What were they thinking? Forward throw. Laying the pressure on things. Player 2 with the leg sink. A real test of nerves here. Tons of space between the fighters now. What are they cooking up? What now? Turns out. In attack range. They are
Putain.
Player 2 was an absolute beast in that match.
Here comes a new challenger.
It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Gotta do this. Come on. Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Saw that low heavy coming. Gets the counter. Dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, or you're going to eat tons of damage. No go for the throw. Takes a trip. Decides to meet them in the air. Throws out a projectile. This is a real back and forth match we're seeing. They definitely know what the other is capable of. Both sides backing off to form their game plan. Absorbs the attack and fires back. They are not afraid to let the overdrive art fly, even when their drive gauge isn't topped off. All right, what's coming up next? Player 1 chases them down. Those can end the round now, and the drive gauge disparity may come into play. Still scrapping for... just goes for it at this rate. In there! Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Immediate jump in. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Throws them. What's next? Blocks the low heavy. Scrapping it out up close. Player 1 will want to take advantage of their meter lead while they have it. Grabs and throws them away. Extending that drive gauge. What a reaction to go air to air. A quick breather. Perfect execution with the anti-air. Jumps. Goes to the air. They're taking a step to hit the drive. Doing some quick planning? Were they looking to connect with an overdrive art from this situation? Amazing! Player 1 and whips! They're wide open! Ooh, drops him hard! Wraps it up with a throw! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Stark reads the jump in perfectly. Zones with the fireball. Solid anti-air. Player 2 with the lead. Will they go for offense or defense? Quick medium poke. What are they gonna do? Anti-air in the clutch. Jump! Perfect execution with the anti-air. Adds a bit of OD spice there. With super arches, knocked them out of the air. Scramble drops them. Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Connects with the throw.
Putain!
Amazing! Crowns them from above. Can they use their drive to stage a comeback? A real test of nerves. Clutch, anti-air. Gets the counter hit and the win. That was catch as catch can as you're gonna get in a fight.
Pas sauter comme ça.
They're still hungry. Both sides stepping up for the rematch. Jumps in. Stops the attack by using the drive parry. Big counter.
Merde!
This is perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Got their eye on the air. Knockdown. That's some big juicy damage on that counter hit. Taking stock. Life lead opens up. Experiencing burnout. Player 1 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. Can they stick it out? The impact doesn't do anything. Gets the counter hit for the win. They're so good at whip punch. Player 2 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. They both showed their hands a little bit, so they must be thinking of a counter. Zones with the fireball. Denies the low heavy. Porter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? Hits them with a stop and block. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Painted talons are out. Let's see what happens next. That's not gonna hit. That's a big gap. Who's going to close it? Fires off a Nightshade Pulse.
Merde!
Nightshade Pulse comes out to play. Springs forward with the drive rush. There's the drive impact that's going to lead to a juicy punish counter. Wraps it up with a decisive combo. Player 2 took no time to finish that fight.
Comes a new challenger.
How's this match gonna shake out? It's gonna be exciting to see.
Round 1. Fight.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Stays cool and counters. What are they thinking here? Player 1 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Gets a chance with that jump in. Perfect. Takes the round without getting touched. Player 1 sets the tone with that win. Let's see if they can keep it up. Goes for the jump in to start the round. Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Player 1, they were right to be on guard there. Player 4, burnout triggered. Player 2 doesn't have a lot of drive gauge to play with. Not a good thing. Fireball into the corner. They're trying to force the opponent. This is gonna hurt. Uses the target combo as a filler. Noticeable life lead. KO! Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jumps? Player 2 won out those close scuffles, and now they gotta have a plan for the next round. Both fighters low heavies. Both fighters have a crowns them from above. Both fighters need to find a way to utilize drives and back misses. Jump! Back into the corner. What setup do they have? Forward throw. Laying the pressure on things. Gotta do better than that.
Merde.
Quickly, but with the attack. Burn out, but they may have a plan here. Show you. Both are ready to pull the trigger on their super art. This is gonna hurt. Player 2 can't finish it. It's time to pop this. Go heavy with authority. Player 1 was definitely sweating during that well-earned win.
Il est parti vite fait. Hein.
Here comes a new challenger.
It's time to see what both fighters have in store for us today.
Gotta do this. Round 1.
Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Checks with the projectile. Lays on the pressure with the projectile. Player 2 with the life lead. Who's gonna make a move? The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? Who's going to break the silence first? Feeling out the spacing. Blocks the jump in. Almost had it, but he gets blocked. The attack is parried. Throws him down. Taking stock. Shoots off a fireball up close. They decide to hang back and rethink their game plan. The jump in is denied. Player 1 can't afford to get hit again, but still has a chance to take the round if they can find openings to use their drive. Nails the anti-air. Player 1 chases them down. KO.
Merde.
Player 2 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Looks like they want to establish a rhythm with their ground game and fireball. Gets the knockdown, and now, good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Was looking for that jump attack. A quick breather. Jumps up, grabs and throws him away. Have they noticed the drive gauge gap? Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. There throws them. How long can this offensive assault continue? Knockdown. Here comes the next KO. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? What? Anti-air. Reads the jump in perfectly. The low. Low heavy. The drive impact doesn't work. Grounds him from above.
Merde.
Oh, here we go. Holy. And whip.
Enfoiré. Putain.
Slices the gastrointestinal tract. Where you bring that ND and whooping ass to work. Player 1 sets up with the jump in. Throws him. What now? Player 1. Oh,
Encore.
Player 1 is what a finish.
Oh putain, enfoiré.
Player 2 really had to fight for that one. No shortage of drama.
Comment ça se fait ça?
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Reads the jump in perfectly. Looks like they want to put a new spin on things with that fireball. Uses the parry. The attack is parried. All right. Counter hit throw there. Player 1 pushes the opponent into the corner. What's their game plan here at this critical stage?
Merde.
Big, low, reaching heavy. Life lead is opening up, but that can still be overcome with smart drive use. Life lead KO. Player 1 picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. Jump? Are we going to see some fireworks here? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Player 1 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Knockdown and player 1 needs to jump in with a perfect parry. Super clutch corner switch. Utilizes the parry here to try and establish the pace. Both fighters planning something? Throws a fireball. You've got to be mindful of reach and jumping at this range. Not much life left.
Putain.
Their drive usage may save them. Jumps in. Life lead is there, but still anyone's game. Crowns him from above. Blocks the low kick. Oh, what's this? Put the fear of God in. We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Reads the jump in perfectly. From knockdown, here comes the mix-up. Keeps him up. Ooh, what a smart throw. Plenty of health, full gauges. Let's go. The low block.
Merde.
Okay, here we go. Low heavy, but no go. There's a burnout. Player 2 is in burnout state, a very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major uses their drive gauge. Connects with the throw. Oh no! Critical art now. Hit that with confidence. Knocks off the tank and scores the win. Gotta hand it to both of our fighters. We put on a real clinic for them. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Crowns him from above. This is the time to use fireballs to chip away at an opponent. Decides to puff up while they can. Time's the only thing moving here. What's the play here? They get the distance they want. Let's see their approach. That was a solid anti-air. Both fighters are sitting on a full drive gauge. This might be prime time to let it rip. Gets the knockdown, and now, okay, takes them all the way to the corner. Can't tech the throw? All right, what's coming up next? Goes for upper jump, answers that jump in with a perfectly timed parry. They made it look easy. Grabs him. Which one of these fighters
Merde.
to close out this round? It's been a fight, so both players decide to stand down and catch their breath. Avoids getting stuck in the corner somehow.
Ah, putain.
Player 2 with a big first round pickup. Can they close it out? Goes for the jump in to start the round. Denies the low heavy. Good job blocking the jump in. They're showing us just how patient they can be. Player 2 kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. Timely side switch there, which will let them go on the attack. The quarter makes it hard to escape. What'll be the setup here? From upstairs.
Merde.
Breather. Both fighters need to find a way
Putain.
to utilize their drive. Both fighters blocking that drive impact isn't going to work. Both fighters planning something? But experiencing burnout. That's not gonna hit. Player 1, he brushes that off and keeps going. There's the impact. Not letting that go unpunished. This is gonna kill, no doubt about it.
Ah,
That
putain.
chance and takes the round. Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
We're in for something special right here, right now.
Got it. Round 1. Fight.
All right, first round. What's going to happen? Starts with a jump in. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. Player 1 with the life lead. What are they thinking?
Ah, putain.
Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. No good up high. Player 1 chases them down. Knockdown. Low heavy hit. Mix up incoming. The jump in is denied. Heading into the end game now. It hits them for the stun. This might be over right here. Player 2 is almost good heads-up decision, opting for the drive impact. Burnout activates. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. They take some time to back off and regroup. Who's going to strike first? Both of them are low on health and are playing very cautiously right now.
Ah, putain.
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Goes for the jump in. Blocks the low heavy. Experiencing burnout. Oh yeah, that's what I like to see. Shin, Ryu, Rippa. They return to center stage. Player 2, smart play to stop the opponent. Still slugging it out at this range. Going in. Throws a fireball. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong as it distantly does some big damage. Yo, we're dealing with a real gambler here. Low on life and is still willing to risk it all on this quick one to deal the cash money damage they need. Fights back with a... Oh, what's this? Punish counter on the action. The drive gauge is screaming for more attention. Dangerous range here. Throws them. Both sides. Oh, burnout. Closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Solid anti-air. They exchange blows. Low heavy. Still scrapping for control of the stage. The low kick hits. Player to crowns him from above. The low. Jump. Ooh, what a smart throw. They push their way out of the corner. What are they gonna do? Sets up with the jump in. Player 2 is in a very precarious situation. Drops him hard. Ooh, crushes the shin. This is a critical moment. Who are they swinging at? It is over. Player 1 clinches the win. But that could have been anyone's game. No way we could have called that. It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Clutch anti-air. Throws a fireball. Blocks the impact. Both fighters want to establish themselves early on. Things are slow going right now, but we may see someone speed things up soon. Gets a chance with that jump in. Trips him up. Maintains composure and pushes out of the corner. Player 2 will be in a world of hurt if their drive gauge runs out. Whiffs the throw. Knockdown. Player 2 is in burnout. Drives off the table. This is the perfect range to reach out and tag them with something. That drive impact is blocked. Hits them with a stopping pop. Player 2 is gonna have to wait for that drive gauge. A gutsy fireball gives them the round. Player 1 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Shoots off a fireball up close. Big, low, reaching heavy. OG cycle uppercut puts them on the road. Jump. Grabbing, experiencing burnout. Player 2 in dire straits with burnout.
Merde.
Super clutch corner switch. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. Player 1 is in a pretty good situation with a meter advantage. Attempts to break the stalemate with a fire. Nice counter. What'll happen here? And whiffs! They're wide open! Player 1 is in a dip. Flush that off! There's a drive attack. Turns out. Player 2 hits while reads the counter attack. Closes it out. Last round, people. Both fighters gotta go all in from this point. Opens with a jump in. It's time for both fighters to lay it all on the line. Jumps it. Perfect execution with the anti-air. The super doesn't hit. Player 2 can't use drive anymore. He throws that off. Sets up with the jump in. Connects with the throw. Here's enough a drive for that OG cycle uppercut. Player 2 is in burnout state. A very precarious situation. This is where we can expect some major pressure. Medium kick into... Yo! Raw super hit! Low heavy. The jump in is denied. Noticeable life lead is a comeback. This is gonna hurt. Who's gonna take it? I can't. Oh, see, right? Are you kidding me? Player 2 has gotta be feeling good getting the win out of that absolute It's not over yet. Let's believe it's time for that run back. Drops him hard. Hit them with a 1, 2, 3. Big blow. Player 2 needs to use what little drive they have left effectively. No more drive gauge. Taking stock. With the life gap opening up, they need to lean hard on their drive usage. They break things off to take a quick breather. Knockdown. Low heavy hits. Mix up incoming. Holds out with the block. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Denies the low heavy. Back them into the corner in a hurry. In there.
Stop.
Player 2 takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? The next round is beginning. What's gonna happen now? Medium kick hits. Grabs him. Jumps. Staggers him with a psycho blitz. The fighters return to the middle of the stage. Gotta be careful not to whip at this range. Player 2, burnout activates. Going in, player 2 has an empty drive gauge. This is a very precarious situation. Connects with the throw. Super arts on deck for both fighters. Just goes for it at this range. Knockdown. Here comes the mix-up. Player 2 can't afford mistakes. Fake out the low kick. Low heavy. Chances is in there.
Putain, enfoiré.
Player 2 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Here comes a new challenger.
This isn't about just winning the match. Pride and bragging rights are at stake here. Both fighters will need to bring their A game to the table. Here we go. What are these fighters going to do? Gets a good read on their opponent. Tries to bait him with the projectile. Player 2 is just about out of drive after that. The fighters are at a standstill. What's going on through their heads? Counter hit throw there. What's the play here? Absorbs the attack and fires back. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Throws them to negate the block. Heading into the end game now. It's getting tense. Opts for the throw to close it out. Player 1 on the board first with the win. They'll want to keep the pressure on. Everything up until now, and everything from here on out, is so vital. Blows them. What's next? The low heavy is denied. Brushes that off and keeps going. That drive impact doesn't get through. A quick breather. Manages to block. They were right to be on guard there. Player 1 can't use any... just goes for it at this range. Still scrapping for control of the space. Barely blocks the jump in. Player 2 needs to use the threat of the corner here. Blocks it. Experiencing turnout. Oh, no question whether this super art is going to kill or not. Did not miss that chance and takes the round. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. Jumps up, hits them with a stop and drop.
Merde.
Looking to plant them with a pile drive. Good instinct to spend resources while the overhead denied. Throws them. Smart play with the throw. Genius read with that throw escape.
Merde.
Dangerous range here. Close range projectile. Shrugs that off. Connects with the throw. Made low heavy. Somehow manages to block the jump in. A jump in reads the jump in perfectly. What are they gonna do? Player 1 can't use drive anymore. Jump strikes hard. Nice fireball. Are they solid anti-air? The drive impact doesn't hit.
Ah, putain.
Player 1 Best believe it's time for that run back. Anti-air in the clutch. Throw connects and does big damage. Player 1 has the life advantage. Okay, creating some space here. Checks with the projectile. Neither fighter can force the other to give up even an inch. All right, what's coming up next? Combo with the target combo. Got their eye on the air. Good job blocking the jump in. KO.
Merde, putain.
Player 1 picks up the first round.
Putain, j'ai la tête qui
That'll
tourne
give them a
là.
psychological advantage. Long low attack hits. Absorbs the digs in deep to get that drive in. Target locked and scoop. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full. Oh, burnout triggered. What'll happen here? Player 1 will have to deal with this dangerous bout of burnout for a while. Looking to plan.
Putain, pourquoi il a couru?
Player 2 has the chance to win the round if they can put their drive to good use. There's a change of sides. Connects with the throw. Okay, low heavy. Rock super hard incoming. A jump. Oh my, the throw tech. The drive impact doesn't work. How did they anticipate that jump in? Player 1 brings it home. Let's see if they can build themselves a streak.
Comment on fait pour courir? Oh, j'ai la tête qui tourne.
Here comes a new challenger.
What are we going to see transpire between these fighters? No one knows, but this is going to be a must-see match. Let's see what they try to do here in the first round. Throws him down. No go for the throw. Checks with the projectile. A dangerous range here. You don't want to get jumped on a long recovery move, and you're going to eat tons of damage. Trips him up. Throws him to negate the block. The command grab doesn't make it. All right, what's coming up next? Snares them. They can't squander this punish counter chance. Looking to plan him with a pile driver. Takes a trip. This is gonna be bad news. Player 2 has depleted their drive game, but they are still within range. Roses with the throw. Hitting them with the smart stuff. Player 1 with the first strike, but they can't get complacent. Immediate jump. They've piled up the knowledge. Now, how are they going to use it? Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Player 2 can't let their drive gauge run out. They need to find a way to reset the situation. Both fighters have a full super meter on deck. The winner will be the one who manages it best. Sure you can? Quick breather. This is the ideal range to utilize the fireball game. Gotta be careful not to whiff at this range. Looking to plan him with a pile driver. In there! We're going into the final round tied up. Which fighter has it in them to grind out the win? Ooh, it looks like they're waiting to see what the opponent wants to do first. The low heavy is denied. Jumps?
Ça bug là, putain!
Throws him. A quick breather. Nothing stops this train. There's no escape. Player 2 with the lead. Will they go for offense? Raw super hard incoming. Uh-oh. This could really tip the scales. Player 1 may be able to pull a fast one, especially with punish counter sets the table. Shreds them with a critical. Such a smart play to go for in this situation. Fighting back against the odds and giving them a chance to win this. A real test of nerves here. Player 1 is in a very good burns out. Reach out and hug. Oh, they got him.
Il y a trop d'énergie.
A lot of fights in my day, but nothing even comes close to this one.
C'est foutu ça.
It's not over yet. Best believe it's time for that run back. Force protects the sky. Jumps up. Player 2 has the life advantage. Parries the projectile. Tries to bait him with the projectile. At this range, many attacks can connect if you stick something out. The neutral game is very important. Neither fighter wants to get stuck in the corner as they continue to duke it out mid-stage. Throws them. What's next? Long, low attack hits. Just out of range for that throw. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. Throws them to negate the block. Heading into the end game now, it's getting tense. Sure you can? All right, what's coming up next? Throw heavy for the win. Player one takes the round like a thief in the night. What else can they get away with? Checking their reactions with a fireball? Goes for a projectile to try and change the pace. Player one kept their drive gauge topped off through that round and still took the win. Guess they didn't need it. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Throws a fireball here, maybe as a simple zoning strat. Plenty of life left, a full drive gauge to work with. They have tons of options at their disposal. Player one will look to apply pressure here, showing some real tenacity. Full SA meters on deck for both strong critical. What's gonna happen? The path to a win baits out the attack and gets the punish counter. Looking to plant him with a pile driver. A quick freak here, going for the super art. Big time whip! KO! That was a clinic on how a solid neutral game wins matches. Right back into the rematch. We ain't even close to done yet. Goes with the projectile for the opening shot. Uses the fireball to try and establish their pace. Both fighters are pretty much unscathed. It's the start of the round. How will they start their approach? The throw hits. Now the fun begins. They gotta escape from the corner before the pressure builds up. Goes with the projectile to pressure the opponent. The super armor does its job. Adds on a bit extra to that to make sure the opponent walks away with a full plate. So they break forward to pressure the opponent. Knockdown. Down to the wire. Beautiful setup with that attack. Takes him all the way to the corner with that. From up above. That slight doubt is all it took. Player two picks up the first round. That'll give them a psychological advantage. How will they take advantage of everything that's happened up until now? Jump? Sure you can? What'll have hit them with a stop and bomb. Target locked and scoop. Uses their drive to maximize their damage. Tries to bait out a reaction to a fireball. Goes for the fireball, which is very strong at this range. The punishment gives them a great opening to do big damage. Gotta be careful not to whip sets up with the jump in. Connects with the throw. Who's gonna take it? Punish counter sets the table. That combo finishes it. Here's the final round. The real fight starts now. Opens with a jump in. Close range baits out the low kick. Pops him with a shorty. Gotta do better than that. Ooh, you pop nothing but air. Finds the target. Ooh, what a smart throw. Make the low block. This is some big damage. Catches out on a Shikujira. Look at the dip and whips. They're wide open. Player two. Flatline them. Player one is a force to be reckoned with.